Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. These are the top 15 scariest TikTok videos of 2025. Number 1. While living in his trailer, a man named Daniel began experiencing unsettling encounters. He kept catching glimpses of a dark figure lurking around his home, but he could never be sure if it was real, until he eventually installed a camera outside and caught this. A little after 8 p.m., something chilling was caught moving outside of his home. The camera he set up captured a dark, translucent figure quickly walking by, and as it stepped towards the darkness, it eerily faded away completely. This haunting figure looked to be the shape of a person, but it seemed to fade in and out of view as it walked towards the left. Daniel's incredibly creeped out after catching this footage, as this is the exact same figure he's been seeing outside. Number 2. A woman on TikTok that goes by Villain's Deeds has a sister who's currently fixing up an old cabin in Oregon. Often while she's in the cabin, her toddler and dog are by her side. But over time, she's noticed her toddler occasionally talking to someone who isn't there. One day as she pulled up to the cabin, she could have sworn she heard a phone ring. A ring that sounded like it belonged to an old house phone. Trying to catch it on camera, she began recording, but she ended up catching something entirely different.
There's something moving in the door. The thing is, that door in there is really stiff. Like all of them are. So, there's nothing hanging there. What the fuck is that? It's creepy. It's gotta be something. I don't know what. What the fuck? It just fucking, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy f***.
She quickly noticed what looked like a dark figure standing on the deck. This black silhouette stood completely still until it suddenly began to move, appearing to drift inside of the house. Her heart began to race as she knew there was no one at the house besides her, or at least that's what she thought. Number 3. The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, located in Tennessee, is renowned as one of the most haunted locations in the state. Established in 1959, it served the community until its closure in 1998. Since then, it's become a focal point for paranormal investigations. From shadowy figures roaming the halls to the ghostly voice of a child calling out in the night. The stories that echo through these halls are downright bone-chilling. A woman named Holly Davenport from the Fearful Encounters Paranormal Group recently ventured to this abandoned hospital, and while investigating inside, she managed to catch something downright terrifying. As she walked down the hallway, Holly slowly panned her camera to the right, capturing the empty corridor ahead. But the moment she swung it back around, something had changed. Now standing directly in front of her was a tall, dark figure, unnaturally thin and dark as night. It didn't move, it didn't make a sound, and somehow Holly hadn't noticed the ominous presence just a few feet away. But when she caught a glimpse of it on her phone, her eyes quickly widened and her jaw hit the floor. Number 4. With 2 dash cams mounted in his car, a man named Kyle often captures footage for his TikTok account. But on one late night drive, alone on a dark and empty back road, he recorded something he still can't explain. As he cruised down the road, something ahead suddenly caught his eye. At the very last second, he swerved, barely avoiding what he thought was a person standing dead center in the road. A pale figure had been chillingly standing in the dark in the middle of nowhere. Heart racing, Kyle stared into his rearview mirror, trying to understand who or what he had almost struck. But it wasn't until later when he reviewed this footage that he realized that he might have encountered something paranormal. Number 5. A man named Joe from the Faithful Trailblazer TikTok account was talking to his uncle when things took an unexpected turn. His uncle mentioned he'd captured something unsettling on his Ring camera, something he couldn't explain. When he showed Joe the footage, it left him frozen, eyes wide, unable to believe what he was seeing. Just beyond his front yard, something strange appeared on the sidewalk. A misty human-shaped figure gliding by. It had no solid form, almost as if it were made of smoke. No one else was outside, and as Joe and his uncle replayed the footage, they were left rattled, unable to make sense of what they were seeing. Number 6. For the past few years, a man named Josh has been documenting the chilling activity unfolding in his home. With cameras placed throughout the house, he's made it his mission to capture evidence of the entity he believes is tormenting him. From objects moving in the middle of the night to faint shadows darting across the walls, Josh is convinced that something dark somehow attached itself to him. And over time, he eventually caught proof of the things he's been experiencing. In the darkness of his basement, an unseen force made its presence known as several objects in the room began to move. First the tree, then the doll, and lastly the plant all fell to the floor without an apparent reason. Then oddly enough, the room began to fill with orbs. A couple weeks later, Josh almost fell out of his chair after hearing what was caught on the camera in his kitchen. The room was still and no one was around, yet somehow a disembodied laugh was caught. This hair-raising voice sounded like it belonged to a woman, but unnervingly, there was no one else in the house at the time. With goosebumps on his arms, Josh wasn't sure what to make of this, and things only got creepier when his camera then caught this. The undeniable sound of footsteps were caught in his basement. Loud and clear, this bone-chilling sound filled the room, possibly belonging to the spirit whose voice was previously caught. And speaking of this voice, it seemed to make a chilling return. Just outside of his bathroom, a menacing voice seemed to be speaking directly into the camera. With a raspy tone, it spoke in full sentences, although it's hard to tell exactly what it's saying. He thought this was the creepiest thing he'd caught yet, but little did he know he was about to catch something downright horrifying. Around 8 p.m., a dark figure was caught walking through his kitchen. This terrifying silhouette slowly walked towards the right, and as it stopped, a bright light can be seen moving past the cabinets. Watching this piece of footage left Josh shaken up and honestly not sure what to do. Number 7. TikTok user JustMel232 was given the responsibility to transport a donated body. With a precious cargo in the back of the car, she set out on the road. But throughout the drive, she could have sworn that she was hearing something. And when she looked over her shoulder at the box in the back, she realized where the sound was coming from.
Y'all listen. Listen real carefully, okay? Can y'all hear it? I keep looking back there to see if that box gonna open.
Just behind her in the back seat, the unsettling sound of whispers were coming from the box. The box which contains a dead body. These whispers were incredibly faint, so it's nearly impossible to make out what they're saying. It's definitely safe to say that Mel is braver than I am, because I would have launched myself out of that car window about 10 miles ago. Number 8. A TikTok account called ASC486111 is filled with wholesome videos. Cats, small critters, and all things cute and lighthearted. But not every post fits that theme. While this user was away on vacation, a motion alert appeared on their phone, and what they saw in the footage made their hearts skip a beat. Just beyond the white fence, something unsettling was captured. In the neighbor's driveway, a dark silhouette darted from side to side. This unnerving figure rapidly moved in a very unnatural way, a way that doesn't seem physically possible for a person. And this wasn't the only time this figure was caught. This dark figure came into view from the left side. It approached the car and once again moved back and forth in a very strange way. Whatever this thing is, it sure does look nosy as hell. Number 9. Over on TikTok, a woman named Steph shares glimpses of her daily life. She never expected to go viral until one of her videos caught the attention of over 1 million people. Late one night, Steph's son was home alone. The house was still and nothing seemed out of the ordinary until Steph received an unexpected notification from her security camera. Her curiosity quickly turned to dread as she reviewed the footage, as the camera set up in her dining room caught something deeply unsettling. Just moments before her son entered the room, an unnerving figure appeared in the kitchen, and then just as eerily, it was gone. This unknown figure quickly walked towards the hallway, soon fading into the darkness. And by the time her son turned the corner, this figure was nowhere to be found. According to her son, there was no one else in the house at the time, or at least no one he was aware of. When Steph first caught a glimpse of this footage, a cold chill shot down her spine, as she was then left with a terrifying question. Was this a ghost, or possibly an intruder clearly captured inside of her home? Number 10. A woman named Delaney often posts videos on TikTok, most of which, according to her bio, feature pugs and things. But hidden among the adorable clips is one video that feels far more unsettling. In 2023, Delaney had a baby monitor set up in her child's room. One night, she suddenly had the urge to check the feed, and what she saw next made her stomach drop. left side of the room, against the wall, what looks like a dark figure can be seen standing. This black silhouette stood motionless in the corner of the room until it bone-chillingly reached over and touched the bed. This black ghostly hand came close to the sleeping child, who was totally unaware of the nightmare that was nearby. This phantom arm only lingered for a few moments before retreating back into the darkness. Whatever this was, I don't really care to find out. And if I saw this in my house, I wouldn't hesitate to burn the place down. Number 11. A woman named Rosanna has consistently documented the bone-chilling paranormal activity that's plagued her apartment for over a year. From flickering lights and doors moving on their own to the occasional low, menacing growl, her experiences are nothing short of unsettling. I've come across countless videos of hauntings over the years, but hers in particular strike me as being very genuine. At times, the activity in her apartment seems to die down, but as soon as Rosanna starts to feel at ease, the dark force always comes back. Rosanna was cautious as she approached the sound of the tapping, and as she turned to face the bathroom, she was met with the chilling sight of the toilet seat moving on its own. She stepped back in fear, only for the bathroom door to swing shut and begin moving. Rosanna's a lot braver than I am, as she then stepped into the bathroom where an ominous growl can be heard. Watching her videos always gives me chills, so I can only imagine how it feels for her to actually experience it. Number 12. Over on TikTok, a girl named Haley has an account filled with videos from various concerts. She loves to document the experience and share the music with everyone online. But hidden within her countless videos is a piece of security camera footage that doesn't quite make sense. The motion sensor on her security camera was triggered at 3 a.m., but what was caught is hard to explain. A strange worm-like anomaly traveled from the hall, through the living room, and into the dining room. This incredibly bizarre presence is unlike anything I've ever seen. As you can imagine, the comments on this video were incredibly helpful, with one person saying, "Me at 3 a.m. going to get snacks, trying not to wake the whole house." Now, whether this is a ghost or a strange floating worm, let me know what you think. Number 13. One night, a woman named Karina noticed a sudden notification from the camera in her home. Knowing that no one should have been up at the time, she decided to take a look, and what she saw left her uneasy. Looking for any possible help to explain this, she sent the video to her friend Mercy, who in search for answers, posted the video to TikTok.
My friend sent me this over this weekend. It's the middle of the night. It's in her living room. I don't know what to think. So there's a shadow in the corner. And it just kind of glides off. But that's not the craziest part. Her TV is auto set to turn off, so nothing paranormal there. But this is what's weird. Who was that? What was that? What just happened? There's just someone there. Just appears. There's nobody in this house that looks like that. Like, and if someone broke in, you would have seen it. It's just, it appears and then it disappears.
As the video starts, a dark, shadowy figure can be seen standing in the corner. Within seconds, this ominous figure soon glided out of frame. Then soon after the TV turned off, another figure appeared in the room. This time, the ghostly outline was pale and almost fully transparent. It flashed into view for a brief moment before disappearing altogether. If we look closely, we can see its faint outline which appears to be hunched over. According to Mercy, there was no one in the house that could have caused this. So what exactly was moving throughout Karina's house? Number 14. Mrs. Tennyson is a caregiver from Oklahoma that works with the elderly. While working with one of her clients, she began to notice strange things happening around the elderly woman. This woman would talk in her sleep as if she was having full conversations with someone in the room. Even creepier, Mrs. Tennyson started hearing strange noises coming from her room at night. Concerned, she decided to keep an eye on the bedroom security camera, and late into a shift with her eyes locked on the camera, she spotted something deeply unsettling.
Every night I'm at work, I be thinking I'm tripping. But you gotta watch this video, y'all. You see that move under the bed? Like, I know for a fact it's close to my client's house. I be seeing, you see it keep moving, like right there under the bed? It's moving back and forth. You see it? It's ghost in my client's house. Look under her bed. It'll come out and go back. Now she in bed sleep. She ain't moved an ounce. But do you see how it keep coming out, going back in? This is no joke.
On the side of the bed, something can be seen moving back and forth. Whatever this is would dart under the bed, then soon reappear. Viewers were quick to comment that this could be the ghost of a pet or possibly a loved one. Well, this woman's husband did pass away, so could this be a spirit stopping by to watch over his sleeping wife? You decide. Number 15. A woman named Madison on TikTok is a young mom that often posts videos of her daily life and adorable baby. But mixed within her catalog of videos are eerie stories of the haunting she's dealt with throughout her life. According to Madison, there's been a dark presence around her for as long as she can remember. When she was a child, she would sometimes talk to someone in her closet. And when asked by her mom who she was talking to, she would simply reply, "The little girl." Now, years later, this activity seems to be getting more intense. Late one night, Madison could have sworn she heard whispers coming from her kitchen. She quickly pulled out her phone to document the encounter, and this is what happened next.
It's late, and I'm hearing voices in the kitchen. It's just me in here. Sounds like something's banging over by the washer.
Soon after hearing something move in the kitchen, a faint whimper can be heard, followed by the unsettling sound of disembodied footsteps. These chilling footsteps sounded like they were headed directly towards her, sending her stumbling back in fear. After this encounter, Madison realized that she may have caught the spirit these footsteps belonged to a few years back. After hearing noises coming from her mother's room, she decided to set up her phone to record to see what it might catch. But when she later rewatched the footage, a chill crept down her spine. In the dark bedroom, a black figure emerged on the left, then somehow floated upwards out of view. This unsettling figure moved in a way that doesn't seem possible for a person, and its pitch black color gives me a feeling that whatever it is, it's not exactly friendly. Madison has yet to debunk this video, so now it's just a chilling reminder of the dark entity that's been following her for years. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more from your boy. As always, if you enjoy these creepy videos, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this.